Light and Darkness Dragon. That's something that you have not heard in a very long time. Our Gem Collab deck box with Promethean Princess and Ponix is now up, and yes, the first little bit of these for the $48.99 price tag will get the beautiful Field Center to go with this as well. So I'll leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours today. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So you might not have known this recently because this has been floating around. I saw it last Saturday, and it was Light and Darkness Dragon ended up showing up in a Japanese tournament going first place, and you're probably like, I haven't heard that name in forever. Light and Darkness Dragon. So refresher, lad over here, or Rida, as most of us called it during the beautiful tournament era we had for this. This thing can't be special summon. While face up on the field, it's also a dark monster, and then once per chain. So during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, this card loses exactly 500 attack and defense, and the activation is negated. Oh, doesn't negate and destroy, it just negates the activation. Oh, okay. And then when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, we can target one monster in your graveyard, if possible. Destroy all cards you control, also special summon that monster, if any. So hold up here. You're telling me that this is up to 4 times you can have negates on a 2-stack tribute monster. Well, that just seems terrible, somebody's gonna say. It's a 2-star tribute monster, Robbie. You know, you gotta, 8 stars, you gotta tribute, 2 monsters for this thing. Why would you dedicate the resources to this? So I've been playtesting. I was messing around with the tournament bill. We'll go over the tournament deck list here in a second from Japan. I'll have some playtesting we'll upload eventually on this channel, where we've been testing out Light and Darkness Dragon and some of the hilarious moments that it's had. This card going first against Purely, just unless they have like the double chain, but it hurts them a lot. I'm genuinely impressed at the craziness that we've had with this. Now, the deck list over here. Now, the first thing you're going to notice here is, yes, we are playing this Horus gas package in here that basically, the Horus stuff, people forget. If you're going first and you're playing Horus, it does a couple things. It gets Drolled and Lockbird when you're trying to make the Giant Trainer. Gets Veilered, gets Impermed. I mean, that's just the downside of playing this deck, man. I've had my Giant Trainer Ash, Impermed, Veilered. Yeah, I know, somebody ashed it, which is hilarious, by the way, because you still got 2 more draws. But, okay, let people try out their ideas and just see what's going on with this. And this deck also gets access to a lot of bricks. I'm going to be completely upfront and honest with you here. The bricks are the worst. I want to cry every time I play this deck, and I get bricked on so absolutely hard. It's crazy. But the upside to this deck is you have a lot of, especially when you can play 6 gold sarcophaguses to set up your monsters, get these things out. Also, the double rainbow bridge. I didn't actually think that I liked this all this much, but what I found very interesting about the rainbow bridges are, with the first stone wall, you can actually tuck the rainbow dragon back to the bottom of the deck, so you can actually use another search with it. Also, the shufflers in this particular build are extremely good. Honestly, against Fire King, those shufflers have been some of the most broken stuff that you could ever actually think to play. Good stuff. I'm gonna clap for the shufflers. They've been absolutely fantastic out here for this. So this list has spawned quite a lot of infamy for Light and Darkness Dragon right now, and I do recommend giving this a shot. Alright, now, there's something else from this list I want to talk about here, and it's Lava Golem. So like I said, we did a lot of playtesting with this, and Lava Golem was one of the things that, I was like, alright, Year of the Fire. Lava Golem breaks boards. Honestly, Lava Golem has been my best friend in the whole wide world. Still, personally, I would watch those speed duel versions over there. They're $20. Those QCRs are also the same price now. at $20. Actually, if anything, I would be watching Lava Golem in general as a whole right now, because this card is extremely broken right now. But I do want to warn you. This is my Robbie wee woo wee woo wee woo. If you are playing against any Fire King deck out here, any of them, and you tribute your opponent's Garunix, their Arvada, for example, are some of the things I typically end up hitting. Well, you if they have a Kieran in their hand, you still gave them an interruption, because our dear friend the Lava Golem is a fire monster, and that's something that you're also, it's a level 8. You have to be very, very careful with what you're doing with Lava Golem in that matchup. Yes, it does take care of minimizing the threats, but you are handing them something that can be a lot more devastating against you. So I wanted to preface that and go, Lava Golem's an extremely good card. You need to watch it this format. I mean, obviously people are going to try out other things right now, but Lava Golem has been a pretty strong MVP, but in the fire matchup, they can use it against you. So the double-edged sword effect actually has been kind of crazy. So I wanted to put out my little wee woo. I also want to talk about summon limit over here. So for those of you that have been paying attention to, oh man, how many of these side decks, how many of these main decks this format, summon limit has been coming up because every other floodgate has been devastatingly limited. Right now, as of filming this, summon limits are $14 for the quarter centuries. Yes, I know you can pick up every other version of this card underneath the sun, but you did see that our list did play summon limit. All right. The thing in playtesting this format too, summon limit locking your opponent at 2 summons. Oh, but yes, it locks the Horus monsters from coming back. I don't really care about that. I'm usually bringing up Imseti and probably Hoppy because they're literally the best ones. You get the spot removal and you get that. But right now, summon limit has been gaining a huge momentum. All right, like this card as a side deck choice, honestly, thinking about actually limiting Fire Kings too with this, because what they would commit if, man, how many people normal summon? Just actually see a lot of people normal summon the Arvada with nothing engraved and then pop it, and then they're like, hey, you know, I guess you just wasted your normal summon, but whatever. People amuse me with the plays that they do. But I wanted to point out here, yes, summon limit very hyped. But the card's price tag for the higher versions is very good. It amazes me that Summon Limit finally has a place in the meta. You know, we saw Purely starting to use this card, but like Purely just, they don't really care. You know, like they set up their field, they go like this, and you know, you're now staring at a giant cat. And if you somehow break the cat, well, you know, you're probably, I think they can typically put a subpar cat on the field on the back end of the cleanup, usually, because one cat summon plus, you know, oh, hey, I've overlaid. Mission accomplished, you know. Cool. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is I want to retouch the Bonfire craziness that's been going on. I do want to point out that I saw Gem and Team Samurai X1 over on social media are both giving away play sets of Bonfires, actually, which is actually really cool to see, you know. On the passive side, yeah, $100 per copy of Bonfire is crazy, but I'm seeing a lot of Yugi tubers and people out here in the community, you know, trying to do things to kind of give back in the opportunity sense right now of this, and I think that's a very good thing. All right, I guess with every bad thing that we tend to see, one good thing can come out of it as well. And I think that this is a fantastic opportunity to actually see happening right now. So, good news, everybody. You know, you have a chance to go get a Bonfire or get a playset out here from TX1 on social media, from Gem out here, and I think that's good. Do we expect prices to fall? Yeah, probably. I mean, on initial release, or, you know, we could just be massively wrong and these things could go up to $150 a piece. Either way, the card's not even out yet, and being upset about pre-sale prices, which, by the way, a lot of people aren't even going to pay anyway, so I don't see the madness that's going on with this. Just be patient. Alright, it's I always understand that I want it now, but wait the extra couple weeks, and we'll wait and see what happens. So, Light Darkness Dragon, hype! Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.